As you know, I'm your host, Jay, also known as Coach Jay, and damn it, I bring the best talent to my platform. And today I have a phenomenal wide receiver that will be entering the 2026 NFL Draft. Sir, please introduce yourself.
I'm Ajay Dandridge. I go by Jay, and I play wide receiver or receiver.
All right, so you play receiver.
Yes, sir.
Let's backtrack. Like I always say to everybody, how did you start playing football and why?
I started playing at the age of 5 years old. My pops had just signed me up for it because it's something that run in the family. Started off playing quarterback my whole entire life until high school.
Hmm.
It's politics everywhere. It's part of life, part of the game. So, end up switching to receiver, and then just made a name for myself there.
So you played quarterback, and from quarterback, you start playing receiver.
Yes, sir.
What was the most difficult transition to make?
Honestly, nothing for real. Cause I always been an athlete. Like as a young kid, I played every position that you can possibly think of when it comes to skill positions. So, I already had it down in me. It just was to lock in and really have to train for it.
Gotcha, gotcha. Because you're a speedster. I seen your film. You run very fast. Crisp
Appreciate
route running. Anytime, man. Appreciate you giving me the time today. But you played quarterback. So playing quarterback, did it help you with your receiver aspect? Were you able to
it.
read the defense a lot better than the average receiver?
Yes, most definitely. So like being out there, I'm still looking at it as a quarterback. So like when I first step up, I know what coverage they in. Then going off of where my DB is placed at, it makes it a lot easier than just like somebody who's just been playing receiver their whole life.
Yeah, you was looking at the safeties. Oh, they playing deep. I can hit the middle.
Soon as I see that one safety is a little lower than the next, I know it's especially if I'm on that side by myself. I know I'm getting a one on one.
Oh yeah, and that must have excited you. You just be like, "Well, I got him, got him."
Probably one of the best feelings when I am on the field.
Mm. So you win. You start playing high school. You play quarterback
Yes, sir.
from junior high school to high school.
Yes, sir.
Politics kick in. You play receiver.
Yes.
Any other position you played? You say you played a lot of positions other than receiver.
Not when I was older, but like as a kid, I played corner, played safety, linebacker a little bit, even though I was a little small. Because I played for my dad's team, so
Ah,
he was going to fit me in wherever he really could, just to see how would I hold up. So I really played every skill position that you can possibly think of.
that's first of all, that's dope that you and your pops played in the same team.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
excuse me, that you played for your father. He was your coach, and that's a memory that you're never gonna forget.
At
That's awesome. Honestly, it really is. That's dope. I'm happy for you. I'm actually really happy.
I
You know,
appreciate that.
father-son bonding is something that this world lacks.
Yeah,
So
most definitely.
I'm happy you got that experience. But playing for your father can be an added pressure
Yeah, yeah,
because he's gonna talk to you in a way that he can't talk to the other kids.
right. But
You're
it
gonna get
it kind of helped though because the way that he talked to me is the same way that college coaches is gonna talk to you. So it kind of just already had me ready for that for the next level. Like every time I keep going up from middle school to high school to college, it just helped. So like when I got there, it didn't really phase me too much on how they were speaking or if they was to say a curse word, how people like to put it. Like it didn't really bother me too
you
much.
what? Damn, I don't want to sound mean, but some of the athletes now are babied,
Right.
and it's like you said, when they go to the next level, they're not used to that tough love.
Yeah.
But you got it early.
Yes, sir. It's
looking at your looking at your teammates. I know when your father used to rip you at the beginning, it killed you.
yeah. It kind
But
of ruined the bond a little bit.
you know, so but in hindsight, when you got older,
Yeah.
did you appreciate it?
Most definitely. Like that's one thing me and him, we do have a lot of sit down talks about that. Like he feels like he messed up our bond. But honestly, it really like helped form me into the man I am, the player I am today. Because that tough love, as like we like to say, is no other greater feeling when it comes from somebody that you know really cares about you. So like it's no better feeling than it.
I know you was like, damn, my dad's a hater, man. He's a hater.
Not even like as a kid, it kind of like bothered me because it's like this is my father. So it's like, as a kid, you're not really used to. that side of him, like outside of football, I'm getting a whole different dad. But on the field, it was like, okay. But like it most definitely helped me in a lot of ways.
It sounds like he didn't give you special treatment,
Never. Never.
and that's awesome. And
That's
he held
awesome.
you very accountable for your actions on the field.
Yeah.
I know he did a great job raising you off the field, but on the field specifically, he held you accountable.
Yes.
When you went to high school, did you take that with you?
Most definitely. I had to. Because
Can you give me an example of what you would one of your teammates did that didn't have that accountability versus you having that on-field accountability?
so when it comes to like as being a receiver, since I made that transition, like if the ball is a little low but you drop that pass, you don't blame the quarterback for that. Like he always say, you don't have Tom Brady or Peyton Manning on your team. So you have to go down there and make that play. If it touch your hands, you take that accountability. You can't blame nobody else. There's no crying, no pointing fingers, because if your hands touch that ball, you were supposed to have it.
Sound like my old coach used to say that. If a pinky touches it, it's your responsibility.
Most definitely.
Did you see any of your other teammates go, "Ah, come on, man, come on"?
Oh yeah, most definitely. But just from talking to them, or sometimes when they just go back and watch film, they'll see like, man, that's on me.
Yeah, but I'm saying before the film sessions,
Hmm.
it must have dawned on you. Go, damn, yo, my dad got me ready.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Especially like when you hear it on the field, and then you'll see like how the quarterback and the receiver is getting into it. It's like, yeah, I'm happy I got to skip all that.
No, I got you. Have you ever, at the high school level, have you ever went up to him and said, "Yo, dad, I appreciate you got me ready for this."
Nah, because a lot of times like the conversations that we had throughout the journey, it's like he knew it. Like we know
Mhm.
I've told him multiple times over my lifetime of playing this game, but it's like by high school we already had that one-on-one connection where it's like I don't even have to say it. He know that I appreciate him for everything, and he appreciate me for just listening, being there, not trying to be hard headed or coachable, non-coachable.
Gotcha. Now, your father, you have an advantage because your father's a coach. And I'm going to talk about high school. Clearly we're going to go to the collegiate level next. But you had an advantage because your father's a coach. So, did you and your father ever go to film study? You go to film study with your team, but did your father record it and you get that extra? Because I know people don't realize how valuable that is. As a young man, you don't realize it. But when you get older, you're like, damn, yo, I got coaching from my pops. He broke down film with me, but then my coach broke down film with me too. So I got two different perspectives.
So like in the little league stage, like we really didn't have like the camera up out there like recording
Mhm.
me. But when I would come on the sideline, he breaks it down then. So then when I go back out there, he expect a different like something different from me. So like that's when I say that like going into high school, we actually do have film. Going into
Yeah.
college, we do have that film. So we will sit down, or he'll be here in Indianapolis while I'm in Fort Wayne still playing football. He'll call me like, "Son, this is where you messing up. You gotta make sure that you read the corner right here. You gotta watch his feet. You stuttering too long. You taking too long." So I mean, like we'll watch film still in separate places, but that phone call most definitely come through.
How much did that help your relationship?
It helped it a lot because as a kid, like I said, like I felt like it was a lot on me. So, and he felt like it messed up a lot of our relationship. So, just like being able to still get that as a grown man, as a young adult, it made everything like, okay, like that's when I really start realizing he didn't do it for no reason. Or he wasn't doing it just to be hard on me. He did it because he wanted me to be the best of my ability.
So he brought the best out of you.
Yes, most definitely.
Did he train you as well?
Yes, at every position.
Not just skill training. Did he help you with the weight training?
No, that well, as a kid, yes. He used to have me
Okay.
doing like the Floyd Mayweather like sit ups. I used to do
Woo!
500 push ups a day. Like those was things that I can't say. Like when people look at my frame, they say he looks like a smaller guy. But when it actually comes to being physical, that's when people say he's not as weak as we think he is. Because everything that he did then, I kept doing it.
You brought up a good point because I'm a huge Floyd Mayweather fan. Everybody knows that. Huge, huge. That sit up is hard.
Yes, most
You gotta
definitely.
lay down, sit up, and then
Yeah.
stand up.
Yes, sir.
I have to know how many can you do?
At this moment,
No, no, no. In high school, I'll just say high school. I don't want to know about this moment because I know now you're gonna kill it. But in
right.
high school,
High school, I probably could do 1,000 a day. Because as a kid, and this is like literally, I was doing 2 to 300 at a time, like just in one sitting. So like I didn't get to break it down into certain sets. Just hit them now. So in high school, I know I was probably around 1,000 to 1,100.
you, do you know how impressive that is? People just don't get it because when you see the sit up, you're gonna be wow, that's
Right,
impressive.
most definitely.
All right, now did he? How will he help you in terms of your eye-hand coordination? I asked this because I have a lot of young men that watch this, and you giving them kind of somewhat of an insight might help them go to the next level.
We used to do like bag drills. So he would sit a bag up or like hold it in his hand. So then he would throw the ball over his head and make me have to just go up and keep my eyes on it. Even as a quarterback, he'd always say, watch the ball all the way into your hands. Because if you take your hands, I mean, if you take your eyes off the ball, it could always slip through. So
Got you.
my eyes with the ball is like they're best friends.
Mm. Now let's jump into your college career.
Yes, sir.
You leave home, you go play college. First game of college, first practice. How surreal was it when you saw that everybody was either as fast as you or almost as fast as you? Because you know, in high school, you was faster than everybody.
Uh-huh.
But in college, I'm not saying that you're not fast because you're a burner. I want to be clear about that. But you had to say, damn, I'm the fastest dude here, but now everybody's as slow. They could somewhat keep in stride with me.
It really didn't phase me too much because like actually, I played on the same team as my cousin in high school, and he was running 4.3s in high school.
Damn.
Yeah, his name was Lamar Eccles. So I wasn't always the fastest in high school. So it's like seeing that going into college, I knew like some people going to be bigger, faster, stronger. So
Hmm.
I mean, it really didn't surprise me too much. It was just let's get to work.
You you have a very good insight to things.
Yes, sir.
And telling me your pops was your coach. Now you're telling me your cousin played college. He played at the collegiate level. So he had to come home and put you on and be like, yo, Jay, these are the things you got to look out for. These are the things that I'm going through. This is what it's like. So you kind of had like, you had like a early curve to everything.
Yeah.
How important was that to you?
So actually, my cousin, we're actually the same age.
Mm.
It's just he went up to the D2 level and played at Grand Saginaw.
Mm-hmm.
So just him like training up there and getting that like work up there, he just to see how he was going through it, handling, we'll call each other probably every other day. So just hearing that, it was like, okay. But I also did have big cousins that did play football. So when they was telling me like, hey, you got to work out every day. You have to make sure that you eat every day. Even in the off season, it's not an off season. It's not time to just play around. You have to keep working. This is all year round, even when it's snowing outside. Sometimes you got to go out there and freeze because you're going to work when other people isn't working.
So when people are sleeping, you're working, you're grinding.
Got to. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's like last night, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm doing push-ups. It's
God,
just because I have to do something because it's somebody else out there working.
I love that mentality. To be
Yes,
honest
sir.
with you, I think that's a great mentality. It's very hard to find it nowadays. Everybody always has an excuse. Well, the great ones don't make excuses.
Right.
They don't believe in excuses. They believe in solutions.
Exactly.
So I tip my hat off to you. Your parents raised you right.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Now, in terms of college, first day of practice, I get it. You had the heads up of what's going on. How hard was it to get that routine in?
It wasn't too bad because like before then, I was waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning anyways, going to Planet Fitness. And then I had a job. I was working at Amazon. I worked at five. I mean, I was getting off at 5 o'clock, going straight to the gym after. So it really wasn't too hard just to set that alarm and get ready to work.
But you was doing two a days.
Yes, sir.
What was your rest days?
Never,
Never?
never.
Wow.
When you sleep, you can rest.
Sound like 50 Cent says that. He goes, he said, only, he goes, only poor people rest, rich people always grinding.
Sir, most definitely.
So now you go to college, you start balling out. You seem like a very confident young man, which is awesome. But when did you know at that moment, hey, I belong here?
My freshman year, I came in and was eighth on the depth chart.
Ooh, that must have hurt
And
your ego a little bit.
not at all, because I've always had the underdog story.
Gotcha.
So nobody's ever looked at me as one of the guys. So it's I walked in still as an underdog. So I made a point to prove to myself, not even to everybody else, because everybody is not going to always get it, even when you prove the point. So I just proved to myself that I'm gonna show everybody who I am, and I'm making a name for myself. By the third, fourth game, I was second string.
Hmm,
Yes, sir.
nice. Now, you have a chip on your shoulder. What is that reason you have that chip?
I've always been underdog.
Who
I've
put
always
that? Somebody had to do something to you to be like, yo, the hell with him. I'm gonna prove him wrong. No
nobody.
situation or something.
I just never had a coach that, other than my father, that really believed in me.
Gotcha.
So
That makes
I,
sense.
I've had coaches that say like, "You'll be an average kid," or "Yeah, I mean, you might play on somebody roster, but I don't see you starting." Even at like when I worked at Amazon, I had people say, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" I say, "I want to go to the NFL. I want to go play college ball." And they say, "You're not big enough. You're not tall enough." So just hearing those type of things, it's like, okay, I'm going to prove it to myself that I can do it, and then you're gonna have to eat your words.
Gotcha. Other than your father, moving him out the equation because he's a phenomenal human being.
Yes, sir.
Who's your biggest inspiration?
God,
I like that. All right.
God, that's it. That's it. And there, if we want to go into the Jesus story, Jesus died for our sins and had to carry a cross.
Amen to
It,
that.
like he had to get some help on the way. I had some help on the way. He had people to sit and watch that probably didn't believe in him. I did too. So it's like that's all I can really look up to. I feel like I can't look up to another man or no disrespect to nobody, because I mean it is like receivers that I do like
Yeah.
watch their film and take things from them, but I feel like if I look up to another man, it's like I idolize him, and the only man I want to idolize is God.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that. That was a
Yes, sir.
great answer. Nothing wrong with that. Who is who's that one receiver in the NFL that you like? I kind of like the way he runs routes. Not saying you emulate everything he does, but you like, oh, I could take that from him. If you could name one receiver right now.
Devontae Adams.
Okay. I was gonna kind of okay, makes sense. Because I remember when you did that deep post. You
Yes,
want to
sir.
put your hand out.
Yes, sir.
Guy, I don't even know what to say. To say the guy was gone. He must have got he got benched after that play.
Just step on his toes, give him a little head nod outside, make him feel like you're going out there.
Gotcha. Going back to college now. You're balling out.
Yes,
You
sir.
made a very tough decision with your life now. Not tough. You made a very good decision. You said, yo, I'm gonna go pro.
Yes, sir.
What time at what game this past year you made that decision and said to yourself, yo, I'm ready for the next level?
Last playoff game against Grandview, the number one NAIA team. I ended up with 11 catches, 227 yards, and two touchdowns in the snow.
Oh, the play we did the deep post, we put your hand out?
Nope. That game, I had both my touchdowns came off of fade routes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you knew right there, you was like, I'm ready for the next level. I mean, 11 catches, 267.
Yes, sir.
I know the defensive backs coach on the other end was going crazy.
I couldn't even tell you, sir. Once I get in a game, all the outside noise, I really block it out.
You don't seem like a trash talker, but I could be wrong.
No, I really don't care for that. Like, even in the game when people trash talk, like I tell them, I'm just here to play ball. Now,
That
like,
frustrates them more.
yeah, most definitely. Like, it's times where, like, of course, like, we always get chirpy out there. It's still a man sport. So, I'm gonna let people know like I'm here. But at the
Got
same
you.
time, when it just come to talking too much, that's not me. I'll let the game play for itself.
That 267 playoff game, 2 touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
You cooking the dudes. You cooking that defense. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh because I'm not an athlete. You would do the same thing to me. You cooking them.
Yes, sir.
Your confidence must have been sky high.
Really, in my head, it was just I don't want to lose.
Got you.
I've never like I've only been in one championship game, and that's when I was very young. I was tired of losing. I just didn't want to lose. Like if I had to take us there to try to get to the next game, that's what I was gonna do. I just try to do anything in my power to just help the team out.
How did they fare out?
Not so good. Ended up I think 20-56, if I'm not mistaken.
And you pulled out, man. That's
Yeah,
frustrating.
yeah,
That's
most
frustrating.
definitely.
To have a career game and not end the way you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, like after the game, it was kind of like my stats didn't matter because I'm never in it for myself. Like I'm a team player, so even like after the game where people told me like, man, like yeah, we lost, but Jay, you had a game. It's like it don't really matter to me because we didn't have a game. We're not moving on, so it's like at the end of the day, we had to hear the other team getting advanced, and we were going home. So it's like those stats didn't even matter.
Aaron Glenn said that one year when they lost, they played the Colts, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
And he had a 103 return on a missed field goal. And they're like, "Oh, how does it feel? You got the record, this and that." He goes, "Hey, it doesn't mean anything. We lost the game.
Right? Because
Last game.
the feeling just
How'd that felt? That was your last game. How'd that feel?"
terrible if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah. Yo,
Terrible.
you're a winner. You want to win. I respect
Yeah.
that.
And then really just to see my teammates hold their head. Like I said, like I'm more of a team player. So like I'm that type of receiver. Like even when it comes to my receiver group, I tell them if one you make a play, don't hold your head down. So to see so many of my teammates with their head down, like it kind of made me more emotional because it was like, man, like I've never really seen everybody like this. Like I don't know, I just care about everybody else's feelings. So it was like seeing my teammates hurt and seeing like, okay, a lot of these guys that's around me, they're not going to never play football again. Or I was some of these young guys' hope to go to the championship game. It was heartbreaking,
Now,
especially to know that I couldn't take them there.
no. But you mean you did your part. I mean, I get what you're saying. I get exactly what you're saying. Because you like to hell my stats. I'd
Yeah,
rather catch one catch for 1 yard and win the game than go 267 for two TDs,
yes, sir.
11 catches. You're right. You're absolutely right. But knowing that was your last college game is over, kneeling down, you guys are hugging. How hard was it to take off the pads?
It wasn't hard at all. I felt blessed. It's a lot of kids that want to go and play college football on every level. So for God just to allow me to even take me there, it's
Mm.
like I couldn't really be. I mean, I was mad and sad about it, but at the same time, I had to look at it as a blessing.
That's a great way to look at it, to be honest with you.
Yes, sir.
It's a great way to look at it. Now, here is my final question of the day.
Hmm.
Put you on the spot right now.
Yes, sir.
If you can go against five corners, past or present in the NFL, that you be like, I would love to have a one-on-one with Dion and one-on-one with Dow Green, or the top five corners you would love to go one-on-one against. Doesn't have to be in order, top five. It could just be any top five, but it
Most
has to
def-
be your top five.
most definitely Deion Sanders.
Okay,
Real technical. He's going to
okay.
get hands on. He can run with you. Pat Surtain.
Hmm.
Mm,
Got you with this one.
most
Who was
definitely.
gonna get you with this one? Had the one in the holster.
It's kind of hard.
You got three left.
Sauce Gardner.
Ooh, okay.
Most definitely. I actually got to meet him. So just to see the size comparison, I want that.
Okay.
Mm, ooh, this is a hard question. I'm trying to think about all the greats, the top greats.
Look at that. Chan Bailey,
Richard Sherman.
Richard Sherman. Okay. I think on a one-on-one, I think you would get Richard, but okay.
Most definitely. I just like the trash talk, the
Okay.
energy you come with. I want that.
All right.
Mm. And I know he's not really technically. Well, I say Marlon Humphrey.
Who?
Marlon Humphrey.
Okay, Marlon. Okay, that's five. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Most definitely. He's real smart.
Huh?
I wanna pick his brain.
All
See how
right.
see if he can stay in front.